They're giving y'all a lot to live up to, so you better stand up so you can really sing and follow that act.
Celebrate, move to the rhythm of life you feel inside. Celebrate, go with the flow, roll with the tide. There's lessons to learn, songs to sing, order divine in everything. Celebrate, move to the rhythm of life. Celebrate, move to the rhythm of life you feel inside. Celebrate, go with the flow, roll with the tide. There's lessons to learn, songs to sing, order divine in celebrate. Move to the rhythm of life. Move to the rhythm of life. Move to the rhythm of life. Celebrate, celebrate, connect to the Spirit. 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 Celebrate.
Good morning, y'all. Happy June and all that. Y'all saw Rusty Rust up here, didn't you? Wailing on this guitar. And you know if Rusty Rust is in the house, that means Julie Rust is in the house. Woo! We always love it when Julie and Rusty are here, and I want to make a quick announcement about that something Julie has coming up. She wanted me to announce the Sacred Space Experience, which is happening in Julie's personal studio space next week. Yes, next week, Sunday, June 17th from 4 to 6 p.m. You're going to listen to Julie's music today. You're going to be so moved by it that you're going to go home and you're going to go to julierust.com and you're going to check into this experience next Sunday afternoon from 4 to 6. So maybe Julie will tell us a little bit more about that. I got a few other opportunities coming up this week. This Thursday, June 14th, there's a sound healing and new moon meditation with Judy Bernard and Ann Coverdale. This is this Thursday at 6:30. Now, if y'all have ever heard Judy Bernard's gongs and all that kind of stuff, then you know that just kind of like all she got to do is hit one and you're like healed. I'm healed. I'm healed, right? It's like better than Ernest Angley. Y'all remember Ernest Angley? You remember Ernest Angley, don't you, Denise? Yeah. Uh-huh. So sound healing this Thursday, June 14th, doors open at 6:30. I want to mention while I'm at it that there's going to be another Judy Bernard event the next Thursday, June 21st. It's the Summer Solstice Sound Healing Concert with Judy Bernard. So 2 Thursdays in a row, we've got an opportunity there. This Saturday, June 16th, Land Lovers is here from 9 a.m. to noon. Come on out and join and give the land some love. It was like, okay, anybody from Boston, right? Who's here from the Land Lovers group? All right, so come on out this Saturday, 9 a.m. to noon, to love on the land, give whatever time you can. I guess this is almost like a love your land kind of day. And then Sunday, June 17th, men's group will meet at 1 p.m. in the Namaste Cafe. I just wanted to mention those quick things to you. I want to ask Bonnie Hassan to start making her way up. She's got a special announcement, but while she's making her way up, I want to let you know that there's a new member class this afternoon right after church. So if you are still interested in becoming a new member or at least just taking the class to see what it's all about, where's Russ? Russ is right there, and where's Margaret? Margaret's right behind him, so they have to stay together. It's the law. But at any rate, if you'll see either one of those two right after the service, and they'll let you know if there's still just a little bit of space. And then finally, I know there's a number 5. Oh, yes, it's Bonnie. Bonnie has an announcement for you.
I'm number 5. Okay. Well, I'm here just to invite you all to the Step Into Your Abundance workshop that we are doing on Friday, June 29th. One of the things I want you to think about is how they lay a foundation for a ranch house. It's on the surface, there's a slab, and you build a ranch house. But if you want to build a skyscraper, you need to dig deep in order to put a foundation in place that's going to allow you to erect the skyscraper. We are all here to transform and become skyscrapers, but we're working off the foundation of the ranch house. And some of us are working off the foundation of an outhouse. You know, I gotta say, there's... Okay, you know, we got a lot of crap. What can I say? We gotta get rid of it. And if you don't want to use a shovel and get your hands dirty, Come join us for an experiential workshop that uses the vibrations of Reiki and sound. Judy Bernard again with her gongs. We'll be having some drums and some rattles and some Native American channeling, and it will be an evening of transformation. Give up your vibration of lack and step into your abundance. Thank you.
I will never forget that analogy. And in fact, about the time you guys forget it, I'm going to steal it and use it myself. Hey, let's sing again. Stand on up and sing with us.
I will walk it, I will talk it, I will be love every day. I will give it, I will live it, all along the way. If we want the world to see the love that lives in you and me, we gotta walk it, talk it, give it, live it every day.
Let's do it again.
I will walk it, I will talk it, I will be love every day. I will give it, I will live it, all along the way. If we want the world to see the love that lives in you and me, we gotta walk it, talk it, give it, live it every day. We gotta walk it, talk it, give it, live it every day. We gotta walk it, talk it, give it, live it every day.
I tell you, I got a few more quick things to tell you all bees coming up here. Let's see, what are they? You know, this may be incorrect, but it's still on my sheet. Becky has to read it. But Becky's doing her empath support series on Tuesdays through the month of June. All right, see Becky if you're interested in that empath support series, Tuesdays, 7 to 9 p.m. This series is focusing on empaths and relationships. And as always, when you need a little jolt in the middle of the week to keep you going, Wednesday is lunch bunch at 11:30. Some of you are building an outhouse. Let me just go back there because those folks are building a skyscraper. Those are the folks that are building the skyscraper. Come on out. Wednesday, 11:30, lunch bunch. And then let me tell you something. Wednesday nights, Heart Math has been powerful. Who's been coming? Can you attest to that? Absolutely. Heart Math has been powerful, and it's going to be powerful again this week. It's okay if it's your first time. Come on out and join us 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights for a really powerful experience. B?
Good morning. Just to remind you, the prayer chaplains are here to pray with you. If you would like to have a word of prayer, you can recognize us by these stoles. And we also have a prayer box here if you would like to place a prayer request in the prayer box. And so, we go into the sacred reading. There are many things in this physical world that may appear to be impossible. But as science and religion are beginning to merge in the realm of quantum physics, the realm of infinite possibilities is becoming clearer and clearer. So today's affirmation: in dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. Together, in dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. Dreams nor love are ruled by reality. Hear that fact again and know the truth of it. Dreams nor love are ruled by reality. In fact, quantum physics is finding the statement of János Arany, a Hungarian writer and poet from the 1800s, to indeed be true. Can love conquer all? Can dreams really come true? How much of the truth of those statements can I believe in this moment? The scriptures tell me that as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. If that statement is true, then what do I believe about dreams and love? How have my beliefs opened or closed doors for me? How have my beliefs moved my chess pieces in the game of life? How has love opened the way for me or created walls that kept me separate? How am I able to believe that the light at the end of the tunnel is not a train coming, but that in fact it is the light shining for me to see the next great adventure in my life? So today, June 10th, 2018, I find within me the strength and courage to be awakened by the dreams that have been dormant in my heart. I allow myself to find the courage to live my life with passion and purpose. I do this by wrapping my love around my dreams, setting my life on fire. I dream of many things. I love many people, places, situations, and ideals. For those things closest to my heart, I breathe into the fact in this now moment that as I believe, I will receive. Nothing is impossible. There is no force as unstoppable as my love, and there is nothing in this world more motivating to me than my personal dreams. Neither my dreams nor my love are ruled by reality. In dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities.
So I asked you to begin to just settle into your seats and just let a big exhale out. And as you do that, hold the statement, in dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. And just check your physical body in this moment. What's my body saying to me about that statement? In dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. What are my dreams? What do I love? And so as I drop those 18 inches from my head to my heart, I pay attention to my breath, allowing it to balance within me. My inhales and my exhales. And I become one with the creative energy of this universe that I live in. And I affirm that my dreams are real in my mind. And my dreams are real in my heart. And so in this moment, I am taking the time to affirm that for my life. What is it that I dream? And what is it that I love? In the silence. In the silence. I dream of many things. And I love many people and places and situations and ideals. Those are the things that are closest to my heart. And I breathe into the fact that in this now moment, dreams and love are real to me. They are the two things that are so real to me that I find myself believing. I believe in my dreams and my love. Mother, Father God, of this earth and my heart, and Father God of the heavens, I thank you for providing me in this moment my daily bread, which is my thoughts, my dreams, so that I may create a life that I love.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive each other. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory
For almost 30 years, I wrote music and played out and did my thing, and I was raising a family, and I couldn't seem to make it work, to make money from the music. So I was pretty tired and thought, something's got to give, because it's not working. I'm too exhausted. So I think I'll just have to give the music up because I've done enough. I've tried and it hasn't worked. Within 3 months, I was physically dying. So I got back to it, and I was sitting at the piano, and I said, God, how does it work? How do you do it? I don't know how to do this. And this song just played out for me. It's called Believe. If I imagine God and ask Him what I need, if I imagine God. Wow, how did that happen? That was cool.
Not really. Not very.
But scary.
What happened, Daver?
If I imagine God and ask Him what I need. Sorry. You ought to come to the sacred space. It's like that. So that's all I gotta say. Woo. Okay.
Take 3.
You can all sing along with the first 2 lines if you want. If I imagine God and ask Him what I need, I think He'd hold me in His arms, look in my eyes and say to me, you may have your dream and you can be happy, and you have all the love, even more than you need. Believe, believe, it's all there before you. Believe, believe, it's true. Believe in me, I have this gift for you, and I would be so pleased. Believe. I know that in your past they told you it's not true. It's hard for you to trust all of this love I have for you. Believe, believe, it's all there before you. Believe, believe, it's true. Believe in me, I have this gift for you, and I would be so pleased. I offer you this gift, and I would be so pleased if you would open up your heart and say the words I will receive. Believe, believe, it's all there before you.
How many of you out there, other than me, have had a hard time believing sometimes? Be honest. Anybody ever had a dream that just was encompassing all that you are as a person, and you had a little bit of struggles in making it happen? A little? Yeah? Like an outhouse. I loved that. That is a great analogy because that's exactly what happened with me. And I'm not going to tell this story today. This will be a part of what I write in my book, probably eventually. But I had a huge dream and a calling to become a minister. And then several years ago, I walked off from it. Because the way that it was unfolding and the people that I was working with, we were not in alignment. And sometimes that's hard, isn't it, Jill? Jill's finding it on the board, on the school board. And it's like it felt like a fight. And I don't like to fight. Anybody else in here not like to fight? So the only thing I knew to do at the moment was to walk away from what was my dream. Because I thought, well, I can't do this. This is too hard. I was really resonating with your words. This is way too hard. I can't do this. And then what I found is my body was physically falling apart. My life was falling apart. But then after I moved away from what was mine to do, I couldn't figure out anything else. Does that make sense? It was like the dream kept sitting there going, here I am. Hello. So know that this is the 5th lesson in a series of 7. If you haven't been here for all of them, we'll catch you up a little bit. But this one is specifically being awakened to your dream, whatever that is. So wherever you are in the process of your dream, it could push some buttons. Because Bonnie, those were amazing words. Some of us have been building and living in the foundation of an outhouse. We have. Because that's what we thought. In dreams and in love, that should be there are no impossibilities, but that was in the picture, so that's what we got. There are no impossibilities. Can you hear that? Well, but that's somebody else's quote, so we can't change that. You can do your own quote. I have an English professor right here. She would get me if I put somebody's quote up there and changed it, okay? Just be like somebody changing the words to your song and saying, well, here's what I think it should be. No. You do that all the time. People do that to Judy's music, too. We walk into churches out of town, and it's like they're singing her song, and they're singing it differently, and they've got it in their book, and I'm like, where did that come from? And how did this get here? Who knows? Universe. In dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. I don't know what that feels like to you. Probably depending on what kind of life you have lived up until now. And that's why it was divine order that Bonnie said what she said, because if I have laid a foundation from negative belief systems and limiting belief systems, then my dreams and my love do not seem possible. Does that make sense? So we've had 5 invitations up until today. The first one was feel everything. I don't know how you're doing with these, but these were the first 3. If you struggle with feeling everything, you should be in Wednesday night class, because that's what we're dealing with. Heart math and how to work with your emotions and deal with them on some sort of a different level than what we have been taught to deal with them out in the world. Question everything. If you remember, that's not necessarily about everything that's going on out there, even though that's probably easier for us than the real question everything, is question everything about me. What's my thought right now? Why is that my thought right now? Where did that come from? When did I learn to think that? Why am I angry in this moment about that situation? What is that about for me? Resist nothing. Some of you were here that Sunday morning. That was a hard one. Because we as human beings, that's what we do. We resist. We push against. We keep pushing. Resistance is what? That's what we've been told. But we do it anyway. Those were the first 3 invitations. Last week was Live Like You're Dying. If you did not get to hear Ryan sing that song, I am so very sorry, because he just knocked it out of the park. You were amazing last Sunday, Ryan. He sounded just like the guy who sings that. What would be different about your life if you knew that you were going to die tomorrow? What I can promise you is the things that you have made ever so important would not seem as important anymore. It would be something different, probably. And what would those things be? And today's lesson is be awakened by your dream. So I'm hoping that in the meditation you may have had a glimpse. Know that at the end of the lesson, we're going to have another of sorts little visioning meditation for you. And when we get to that, Carolyn Bauer has placed all kinds of pads of paper all different places. Not that you have to use them, but most of the time when I do this work with people, they want to write something down because something comes through. Do you think it's time for you? I know it's time for me. And I know that a lot of the people I work with individually and even in groups think that it's time to wake up to why they're here. What would happen if you allowed your dreams to wake you up? What would happen? I want you to talk to somebody next to you for about 30 seconds. What would happen if you allowed your deepest dreams to wake you up? Go. What you doing? I don't know if these are the exact words that anybody came up with, but one of the things that we're doing on Wednesday night with Heart Math is understanding that your I am presence is not mad. Your I am presence is not sad. Your higher self is the perfect expression of God. But this humanness that we're in, and hear me, I'm not making any of our emotions wrong. This human body and this humanness that we're living in gets mad and sad and happy and upset and afraid and goes off and cries and carries on. But there is a place where our higher self is that is observing all of that. And if you can learn how to get to that place sometimes, it can ease your stress. And maybe you would make a clearer decision about the present moment. That's what we're doing in Heart Math on Wednesday nights. Because if you were awakened to your dream, you know your dream is there because it had been implanted in your heart before you came into this world. And so that's connected to your higher self. So everybody breathe into that for a minute. And those of you that have been here since January know this. If you don't, just play along with us. Everybody stand up. Anybody remember this? So I am here now. I connect to the one presence and one power and awaken the divine spark within me. I allow the energy of the divine to flow through my body. I am open to receive the wisdom of the universe. I ask to be loved, and I share that love with others. And I am at peace. Let's do that one more time, because this is your I am presence. Ready? I am here now. I connect to the one presence and one power and awaken the divine spark within me. I allow the energy of the divine to flow through my body. I am open to receive the wisdom of the universe. I ask to be loved. I share this love with others, and I am at peace. Now have a seat. Can you understand that that is who you really are? That you are here now and you are at peace? No matter what's going on in the outer. When you are connected to that one presence and that one power, or your higher self. Now, it's interesting again, Bonnie, I think there are no coincidences. That what begins to happen is we have to transform or evolve our own personal consciousness, or we hang out at lower vibrational levels in our outhouse, so to speak. And so if you've ever studied any unity, we believe that the Bible that people use is a story of the evolution of consciousness. And the Old Testament of sorts is a depiction of a God that's separate from us, that is going to do something ugly to us if we don't get it together. Right? The New Testament is a little nicer in places. But we're going to look at the stages very quickly of spiritual development. And what that really means, because if you see, I put a spiral there because it's a spiral. It's not just like, okay, I get this and I don't have to do it again, because I may be at this level with this situation and at this level with this situation, and all of a sudden something happens right here and I go right back down here. Does that make sense? Because I'm living in this world. It's the evolution of my own consciousness. So the first level is to me. It's happening to me. That's victim. I have no control over it at all. It's just happening to me all the time. God is outside of me making things happen in my life. Testing me, rewarding me, punishing me. Life appears to be governed by external forces. I'm powerless. Why does this always happen to me? Anybody ever said that before? You don't have to admit it. This is not true confessions. So how do we get beyond that? Because what I know, even as the unity minister, I can get way beyond that and get right back in that very easily when something doesn't go the way I think it ought to go. You know what I mean? That if that person there would just disappear from my life, maybe I wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. Right? So the way we get out of that, to evolve, I must give up blame. Anybody blame themselves or anybody else for anything? Surely not. We're enlightened in this room. Right? Anybody ever shame themselves about something that's been going on? Surely not. We're enlightened in this room, right? And the belief that I am a victim of any kind. To get beyond that level of consciousness, I've got to do all this. I've got to get rid of that outhouse foundation. That means not just in my mind, that means in what I post on the Facebook page. That means in what I say to other people. That means all of that. Because the minute I open the door to victim consciousness, it feels so familiar, it will come rushing back in. Do you understand that? It doesn't take but a little crack, a little scoochie. Any of you ever had wasp in your house and you go, where in the world did they come from? A little bitty scoochie of a place somewhere on the side of a window, and they can find their way in. This is the same thing. Victim consciousness can find its way in with a crack of a hair. I promise you, it'll be there. So let's look at the next one, buy me. Now this begins to happen when I begin to come into new thought and I learn about the law of attraction and I go, whoa, I got this down. I can do this. I learn that God is a part of me and that everything I put out there comes back to me. Woohoo! And that if I have a thought about a parking place in the parking lot and I get there, somebody's going to move so I can have a close parking space because this is all about me. Moi. Right? And I can do this. Now, this level of consciousness sometimes gets a bad rap, but you have to do that to get any higher. Do you understand it? If you don't do this, you can't get out of victim consciousness. But at some point in time, it has to go beyond just all about you to all about the world. Or we're just going to have a whole bunch of people all excited about what they're doing and not care one toot about what happens to the rest of the world. And I won't be political, but we already see some of that right now. Okay? To evolve, I must give up what? Oh, dear God. Don't tell me that. Because I think I'm in control because I'm doing all this. Look what I've created. Ta-da! Right? And I must give up what? Whoa. Think about our world today and some of what's going on out there. There is a lot of control and illusion of power. And people are pushing and shoving and ripping and snorting, and it's real interesting. Real interesting. Through me. If you've ever sung the song that Michael Beckwith does a lot at his church, Use Me, oh God, that's an awesome depiction of what it is like to let the Spirit flow through you. So when I begin to realize that it's not me, that Spirit is flowing through me, then I ask for it. I have communication with my higher self. I ask that as I am sitting with this client or I'm in prayer with this person, that you flow through me so that your words become my words. Does that make sense? So why would I want to evolve further than that? Somebody just holler out why I might want to evolve further than that. Do you hear that? They're still a little separate. Not a lot, but a little. And sometimes I need this. I need to remind myself that here I am in this human form, and I need something greater than me. But to evolve, I must release my ego and any separation that I've ever felt with anybody or anything. I'm going to say that again. Any separation that I've ever felt with anybody or anything. That sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? You ever met anybody like that? For short periods of time, I have. I've been in the presence of the Dalai Lama. That feels like that to me. And it's moving beyond this that we'll get to in just a moment. That there was nobody in the room that he didn't feel one with. And that's a very huge experience. And any belief that there is a what? We thrive on individualization. We thrive on it. And in a few minutes, you're going to watch a video, and it's going to talk about individualization and being able to create your dreams. And so there is a little bit of this that you're going to have to understand. But I also want you to know that there is a higher level of consciousness than this. That is when I don't even have to sit and think about it. I know that I am in a certain place and I am there to be the expression of God in that moment. And I don't have to sit and go, okay, come on. Come on. I just know. I know sometimes that has to happen for you because I know it does with Judy. It's like, it's just, I'm showing up as God and it's just flowing through me. And I didn't even ask for it to flow through me. It just did. Because some of her best songs, I'll say, how did you do that? She said, I just sat down and it just happened. It's chaplains when they say, you know, I had this most gorgeous experience with this person and this prayer just happened and I don't even know how it happened and the words didn't even feel like they were mine as me. Does that make sense? And I cannot explain it in words, but you know if you felt it. That you were showing up as the expression of God in that moment. So, let me go backwards for a moment. This video that you are going to watch is a little bit lengthy, but it's that way on purpose. It's a little bit like a what the bleep kind of a thing. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming at you very quickly and very fast. Don't try to take it all in. See what bings you on the head because that will be yours. Turn the lights off.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. That dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. That some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. That in the process of working on your dreams, you are going to incur a lot of disappointment, a lot of failure, a lot of pain. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself and say, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why did this have to happen to me? For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass.
Greatness is not this wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.
It's very important for you to believe that you are the one. Most people, they raise a family, they earn a living, and then they die. They stop growing, they stop working on themselves, they stop stretching, they stop pushing themselves. That a lot of people like to complain, but they don't want to do anything about their situation. And most people don't work on their dreams. Why? One is because of fear. The fear of failure. What if things don't work out? And the fear of success. What if they do and I can't handle it? These are not risk takers.
You spend so much time with other people. You spend so much time trying to get people to like you. You know other people more than you know yourself. You studied them. You know about them. You want to hang out like them. You want to be just like them. And you know what? You've invested so much time in them, you don't know who you are. I challenge you to spend time by yourself.
It's necessary that you get the losers out of your life if you want to live your dream. But people who are running toward their dreams, life has a special kind of meaning.
When you become the right person, what you do is you start separating yourself from other people. You begin to have a certain uniqueness. As long as you're following other people, as long as you're being a copycat, you will never ever be the best copycat in the world. But you will be the best you could be. I'm telling you to define your value.
That everybody won't see it. That everybody won't join you, that everybody won't have the vision. It's necessary to know that you are an uncommon breed. It's necessary that you align yourself with people and attract people into your business who are hungry, people who are unstoppable and unreasonable, people who are refusing to leave life just as it is and who want more. The people that are living their dream of finding winners to attach themselves to. The people that are living their dreams are the people that know that if it's going to happen, it's up to them.
If you want to be more successful, if you want to have and do stuff you ain't never done before, number two, I'm asking you to invest in you. To invest in you.
Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. That you don't have to go through life being a victim. And even though you face disappointments, you have to know within yourself that I can do this. Even if no one else sees it for me, I must see it for myself.
This is what I believe, and I'm willing to die for it, period.
No matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I'm going to make it.
I want to represent an idea. I want to represent possibilities.
And some of you right now, you want to be, you know what I'm saying, you want to go to the next level. I want to counsel, you know, I want to be an engineer, I want to be a doctor. Listen to me, you can't get to that level. You can't get to the level economically where you want to be until you start investing in your mind. You're not reading books. I'm challenging y'all to go to conferences. I dare you to invest time. I dare you to be alone. I dare you to spend
rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through. What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. You can live your dream.
So I asked you just to breathe for a minute. Because I know that was a lot of fast stuff coming through. I also told you in the beginning there's some pads of papers and pencils around. And those of you who generally, when you do something like this, need to write something down, I say get one right now because we're getting ready to go into a quiet moment for you. Okay? So get your pen and paper ready. We are going to be in a meditative of sorts kind of a place. So you may want to close your eyes for part of this and open it and write something and close them again and open them and write something. This is however you want it. Because remember, this is about you investing in yourself. It's not about you just sitting here staring at the rest of us. It's about you investing in you. So I asked you to close your eyes and breathe. This world will never be the same because you came this way. And so as we center ourselves, we recognize the infinite divine. And we recognize our oneness with it. And we affirm that in our dreams and in love, there are no impossibilities. And so the first question I ask myself is, what is God's highest idea? What is God's highest vision for my life? What is it about my higher self that knows the truth? And what does that look like for me? And as I begin to know what that vision is, what would I have to become in order for that vision to come through? Because I can't get to my dreams. I have to come from my dreams. I have to be the vibration of that dream. So what would I have to empower and become for that dream to come through me? Then is there anything that I need to release to allow that dream to come through me? Anything I need to let go of? And I continue to allow my higher self to lead me in this. What is it that I must embrace, receive, be open to allow this dream to come through? And And is there anything else, any other pieces of information that my higher self, that the divine of the universe, needs to let me know in this moment? I'm open. I'm willing to receive. And with a heart full of gratitude and the expectancy of good, I say I am ready. I say I am open. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. And so it is. I just put these questions up there in case those of you who take pictures of things want these questions that you just asked your higher self. Know that this is a visioning we are doing for ourselves, and know that we are hoping to create the same kind of an experience for this spiritual community in the future, another kind of love the land kind of a thing, so that we can get clear about what Holy Spirit wants for us as a community. We've said we would feel everything. We said we would question everything and resist nothing. We said we would live like we're dying, and we would awaken to our own dreams. I'm going to give you a preview for a second of the last two lessons of this month. Next week is Live Like You're Dancing. There's going to be some dancers on the stage. And the last one is Widen Your World. Because we can no longer live with the foundation of an outhouse. We can't. The world will never be the same because you came this way. Namaste.
I love hearing that because that's true. I wouldn't be here playing for you today if I gave up. So, thank you. Doug said we would have had to go and find you and track you down. I took a walk out in my yard. The wind played with my hair. The sun kissed me on the face. I knew you were there. You were there. You were there. I danced around my little yard. The wind and I played tag. I shouted words straight from my heart. knew I was safe. You were there. You were there. I hear the voice that's within me. It says it's time. Be who you are. It's within you. You know it's time. You know it's time. Music filled my ears, singing words straight from my heart. Then a rush of tears. You are here. You are here. I hear the voice that's within me. It says it's time. Be who you are. It's within you. You know it's time. I know it's time. I am alive. I'm open wide. I'm feeling wild. My life is mine. I'm wide awake. I can create a life that's great, yeah. The sun woke me up today with golden light around me. I guess it's up to me today to feel this love surround me. I am here. I am here. I hear the voice that's within me. It says it's time. Be who you are. It's within you. You know it's time. I know it's time. I know it's time. I know it's time.
I don't know about y'all, but this was exactly what I needed today. Exactly. And I love the way that when Julie and Rusty are here, it's always just speaks directly to my heart. And how wonderful that the way that this place supports me, I get to support it in return. So it is that time for us to take our tithes and our offerings. Please keep in mind that we're also still collecting for the air conditioner fund. So if you want to give above and beyond that, to specify for that. If If you'll take your gifts in your hand and say the offering affirmation with me. I live in the midst of infinite abundance. I give freely and fearlessly to life, and life gives back to me.
So we just open our hands and our hearts and our minds, knowing that, yes, we are leaving a legacy right here on these grounds of Unity of Music City. and it's going to be bigger than an outhouse. I see who we are and what we're about spreading out into Old Hickory and Donaldson Hermitage and Nashville and beyond, because we choose peace and we are a force for good. And we know that as we put that energy out there, it will come back to us, heaped up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, for that's the law. And so it is. Amen.
Reverend D, I think we should put that on the sign next week. What do you think? We are not an outhouse. Inquire within. Let's stand and join hands and sing together to close this service.
People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train.
The next stop that we make will be Old Hickory. Tell all the folks in Antioch and East Nashville too. Don't you know it's time to get on board and let this train keep on riding, riding on through.
People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train.
All of the brothers in Donaldson, tell all the folks in Belmead and Bellevue too. Something about this train, don't miss it at the station. 'Cause if you miss it, I'll be sorry, sorry for you.
People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train. People all over the world, join hands, start a love train, love train.